Hello and welcome, my friends. Theironhulk is here, bringing you a Takara DMK Dual Model Kit 01 Optimus Prime. Now, this figure, or as I should actually be calling him, Model Kit, because he is not technically an action figure, he is more like a statue with a ton of articulation. I'll get more on that subject in a bit, but I would like to talk about the figure for, just the sheer detail and effort that it takes to build this guy. First of all, the hours it took me to make this guy was about 6.5 hours, plus maybe an extra hour of tweaking some stuff, painting, not painting, but gluing things, adding some parts, maybe taking some off, just doing some things that I think would make the figure look a lot nicer. And I have to say, after the pain and anger and frustration and just, I mean, there was one point where I did want to throw this guy against the wall because I was just like, oh my god. It took a really long time to put this guy together, but it was worth it. Times a million it was worth it, because just the sheer detail, paint, articulation, everything about this figure is fantastic. To start off on the detail, he has I'd say, 99.9% movie accuracy to the look and detail of him. He has chrome bits, he's got the colors right, he's got the flames right. There are pieces here that I did not even know they existed. I did watch Revenge of the Fallen today on TV, and after, putting this model kit together, I found some new pieces on him that I never saw before in the film. I'm like, oh, like these pieces right here. I mean, I guess I've seen them, but I just never acknowledged them. They're just these little pieces. And I'm like, you know what? That's crazy. I just never acknowledged all these tiny mechanical pieces on this guy. And this figure is a complete replica of what you see in the movie. Pretty cool, right? Yeah, I think so. So, yeah, to continue on, he's just a great looking guy. I mean, perfect display piece, perfect for customizing. If you like to customize figures, this guy is perfecto. So let's look at his feet, because his feet are awesome. They are sick. So, all these pieces, like I said, they are a model kit, so you had to put them together yourself. Alright, not too bad. Okay, no big deal. You just have to have the patience and, just the time, I guess, to do this. I bought this from a really, really cool seller on the TFW 2005 boards. The guy gave me a really good deal, and, I mean, it was just great. Like, what can I say? It was just a match made in heaven. I wanted this guy for a while now, and I just saw this guy offering it on the boards, and I'm like, whoa, all right, I'm picking that up. Happy birthday to me. So, birthday present, pretty much right here. So anyways, detail, look at the flame job on here. Crazy stuff, man. Just, my goodness. Chrome. Yes, chrome! Detail. Okay, articulation on the feet. Dude, okay, check this out. All his toes are individually articulated. I mean, you can do all kinds of crazy shoot. Sorry, I guess I can't say shit. Oh, I just said it. With this figure. I mean, look at this. Whoa! Yeah. Same articulation on this foot. He's just, my goodness, a really great model kit. Now we can go up here to his legs. Get the light going on here. So yeah, he's got your usual kind of super ultra detailed leg articulation, which is like, oh my god, because I have to say, most of the primes that we've gotten from Hasbro or Mattel, not Mattel, Takara, their articulation on their feet is just kind of meh. And you can agree with me if you want. Now, now there's something here that I did not do. You're supposed to attach this peg here. Well, I found that out like way too late. So whatever. But yeah, just to show off the articulation. And don't worry, these pieces, the whole leg can come off and pop right in. It's a joint that's kind of like, it's a free joint, like I call it. I like to call it. You just, yeah, pop things off and they just pop right in. It's no big deal. Yeah, so he's got really cool ankle articulation. Feet, like I said, awesome. Knee bents pretty far. He's actually got some interesting joints here. You can bend the knee over here, and then he also has this giant like joint thing over here. You can actually see it in action. There we go. So like, can you see that moving? That is cool stuff right there, man. So yeah. Just put this guy back on. Oh, something popped off. Yeah, one thing that is kind of a bummer, things like to just fall off by themselves. But whatever, man. Whatever. So we'll just reattach the leg here. Now this piece right here, yeah, this is a pain in my arse because it can go on top of here and just kind of stay there, but if you move the leg, it will just pop off and then just like, you know, roam free. So, and you can't glue it because if you want to move the leg, this piece has to move. So, yeah, that's one major, like, just bitchy point I have to say about this great figure. But you know what? I do like to point out the bad things because not everything is perfect, like some reviewers like to say they are. Oh my god, this figure, everything is perfect, buy it now! No, I like to be more real about stuff, man. You know, I like to have fun. I like my poop jokes. Perhaps there will be a poop joke in this review. I don't know yet. But, yeah, so let me give you an actual nice shot of Prime, because I know you've just been staring at his legs. So, here we go. Alright, so, Prime himself, the body, his upper body, it's pretty good. His waist is a bit loose, but I think that's just the way they made the figure. So, I mean, he's got really nice arm articulation, and of course, he's sporting his super sweet Energon blades. Yeah, cool. And, you know, he's got really, really cool chest articulation, and the windows go out and in. That was a pain in my arse to do. He's got chrome reflectors, and he's got two different head sculpts. I have his maskless face on. Let's see if I can get a close-up here. Can Prime sit down? Let's see if Prime can sit down. Huh. Prime can sit down. That's pretty cool. So, let's get the light going here. There we go. So, yeah, Prime's face. Sorry about that. So he's got a really nice head sculpt. I mean, considering that, you know, this is a model kit, that's saying a lot. I mean, you have to put all these pieces together, which is okay. It was, because of the sheer, just, like, small pieces, they're all really small pieces. The mask, actually, to me, was one of the more difficult things to put together, because, I mean, not the mask, but the whole head. Because there are just so many little pieces that you have to attach. But in the end, it is worth it, man. It is so worth it. He's got his robo-abs. This is the Dark of the Moon version of Optimus Prime. Really, the only difference are his abs. And he's got some cool stuff going on in there. But everything else is pretty much the same. You know, so yeah, he's got his movable windows here. You sweet stuff. Yeah, head's on a ball joint. Kind of a poopy ball joint. Oh, poop joke. It's okay. It's an okay ball joint. It does its job. It's just kind of limited, I guess. But yeah, still pretty cool. And yeah, like I said, he's got his chrome bits over here, chrome bits here. He's got his cool Autobot logo. That's pretty impressive. That super tiny, detailed Autobot logo. It's just like, whoa, man. Yeah, pretty cool. So, yeah, what else can I talk about here? He's got his nice paint decals here. More stuff here. Flame job is really awesome paint job here. The back. Oh, something fell off. What fell off? Oh, nothing fell off. Okay, it's just me being paranoid. The back is really cool. It's kind of funny because these pieces here are like the most chrome bits of his entire body, and it's in the back. But yeah, he's got his cool canisters here. I do wish, and this is just me, you know, being me, I do wish that these pieces here could some way transform into a gun, because he doesn't come with a gun. He comes with two really cool blades, and I mean, yeah, that's enough for me. I don't need a gun, but I mean, it would look cool to attach, maybe have these pieces attached to these and have some really cool chrome weapon. That's just me. I don't know. So yeah, the back of Prime's head, really cool. Just some cool robo detail. Oh yeah, and by the way, there's so much stuff, like, oh, something fell off. There's so much stuff, like, hiding in this figure that, that you can't see. I mean, if you've seen Piaz or Optimus's review, you'll hear them, you know, say the same thing I'm saying right now. They require you to put so much stuff in this robot. Inside. That's what I'm saying. He comes naked, pretty much. He's an armature. That comes built. And you have to put all these tiny wires and stuff, and you don't even see them. So, yeah, that's kind of a pain. I have to say, that's kind of a pain. But, still pretty cool. So, yeah. Yeah, like I said before, this is not a toy. Don't treat him like an action figure. I don't recommend doing any stop motion stuff or you know, cool action poses. This guy is just meant to display, and that is how he will be for quite some time. Yeah, that's what he is. He's just a display piece, much like most of the Gundams. They're just yeah. Oh, one thing I do have to point out: his fingers. They're pretty bad. I've seen some tutorials on how to fix them. You just have to get like a sander and just kind of melt the plastic on his fingers. But yeah, you can barely move them because they all pop off. Kind of a disappointment. But really, I mean, just to go maybe a little bit extra, just to fix the fingers up, I think it'll be worth it. Honestly, the price I paid for this figure, it doesn't bother me, the fingers, so. And it's not like you can't pose them and they'll just, you know, you can still pose them, just don't move them too much. Or yes, they will fall. So, quick size comparison here. I have a few guys. You know, I'm the type of guy that likes size comparisons with my figures, just because I want to know how big they are. So, just in case you are just like me, here he is with Dark of the Moon Leader Class Bumblebee. And technically, Bumblebee is, from the head up, is a bit taller, but you know, from the head down, he is shorter than Prime. Here's Prime's head, but because of all his kibble and all his, you know, giant backpack wing stuff here, he is a bit bigger. Yeah, I've never been a fan of that Bumblebee. I mean, he's cool, but he's too big. Here is Leader Class Prime from the Revenge of the Fallen line. And as you can see, DMK-01 Prime is just a smidget tinier. So this guy is a big figure. And that's why it's worth it. When you're done with this guy, when you're done putting all the pieces into place, it's worth it because you got this really cool big figure. I saw the DMK02 Bumblebee, and I'm just like, you know what? I am not going to put the effort into a figure like that because that is just too much work for a tiny deluxe class looking figure. So, and here he is with Ironhide. I think this Prime fares a little bit more with the Voyager figures because Ironhide is a bit smaller than Optimus, and they are about the same height here. So I will show them with maybe a little bit more accurate sized figures. Perhaps not, but I think with Bumblebee he kind of fits. So let's see if I can get this going here. So yeah, here he is with some of the smaller Dark of the Moon figures. I still think Bumblebee is a little bit too small compared to Prime. I don't think he was that small. But yeah, maybe he's, as I said, he's not meant to be in scale with anyone really. Perhaps the Bumblebee model kit, but yeah, so I mean, he's a good-sized figure, and he's just good for displaying. I mean, I would not display him with my leader class figures, because he's just kind of like, he's a smidget too small to be with the other guys, and a smidget too big to be with, like, the Voyager and Deluxe figures. So, it's safe to say that he's just a straight-up Takara size figure. Yep, that's my new saying, Takara size. But I am looking forward to some more figures, of the model kit line. I'd love to see a Shockwave and a Megatron. Those are probably my next two like big figures that I want. And maybe I think it would be really sweet if they made a Sideswipe, especially to just to like. I just hope they make. I just hope they make all the Autobots because it'd be pretty sweet to show like these super detailed, articulated, expensive model kits all together. I think that'd be really cool. So yeah, overall, I give this figure a solid 10 out of 10. There are some flaws, but I mean, this guy, he is just amazing to look at. So, that's my review, my friends. What else do I have coming up? Roadbuster, Human Alliance Roadbuster is my next review. Then, hopefully, Jetwing Optimus Prime. Yes, super stoked about that. And you know what? I'm proud of myself. Only one poop joke today. But I will think of more next time. So, my friends, I will see you the next time with the Human Alliance Roadbuster review. Adios.